Starts right now.
A young girl and her family say they owe her life to their neighbor. The 11-year-old accidentally shot at an apartment complex last month.
The Night Team's John Paul Barajas tells us how a woman jumped into action before first responders were even called.
Cries for help and panic echoed through the Canlan West apartment complex on what started as a quiet Sunday morning back on January 30th. An 11-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy found a stashed gun while playing. The 11-year-old was accidentally shot in the shoulder.
I ran down the steps, came right. I said, I'm a registered nurse, I'm certified, I can help you.
A neighbor, Tiffany Moore, tells us a flip switched in her head. She went from relaxing at home to life-saving mode.
I took a shirt off. I took my shirt off to stop the bleeding. And it was a through-and-through shot, which is gracefully God, was protecting her.
The bullet had made a clean entry and exit, making the life-saving measures slightly easier. But the race was still on. As Moore applied pressure to the wound, the girl's mother called 911, and they took over from there. Now, 3 weeks later,
she's fully recovered.
Fully recovered?
Yep. No stitches, no wound packages, nothing. Everything was okay. The bleeding stopped before they even got to the hospital.
Prior to the shooting, Moore and the other family never spoke, and they just live a few doors down. Now they have a bond that can't be broken, and the amount of thanks can't be put into words. But the family still attempts.
Thank you for helping us. You helped save my daughter's life. We won't ever forget that, what you did. Thanking God for you. I said, are you happy now? She said, I'm blessed. And that's all that mourns my heart.
Now, as for the stashed gun, police say they are still looking into it, but have not connected it to any person or any crime at this time. At Public Safety Headquarters, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
A disagreement between family ends with one person in the hospital tonight. The shooting happened on Cato near Somerset and Palo Alto roads. When San Antonio police arrived, they found a 29-year-old man outside the home with 4 gunshot wounds to his legs and groin area. He was taken to University Hospital. Police say the suspect took off before they arrived.
San Antonio police investigating a road rage shooting on I-35 near the Fine Silver Curve this afternoon, where one person was shot. San Antonio police were called to the area just after 3 p.m. to find a man with a gunshot wound. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition. Details of what led up to the shooting are unknown at this time. The Fine Silver Curve was closed off for a few hours while officers worked the scene, backing up traffic.
In less than 48 hours, Bexar County deputies were able to arrest the man who they say started a large grass fire on the south side of the county that burned 30 acres. 37-year-old Michael Oyavides is facing 2 arson charges tonight. That fire first started on Thursday on Sea Spray, not far from Highway 281 and Hume Road. People in that area forced to evacuate their homes for a short time. Deputies say 2 homes and an RV were also damaged by the flames. However, no injuries were reported, and the people were able to return to their homes later that night.
Jeffrey Maddox from Houston facing a felony stalking charge in connection with the alleged harassment of an insurance claims adjuster here in San Antonio. The arrest affidavit states Maddox allegedly slashed the tires of a USAA employee. San Antonio police say Maddox was trying to work out a claim from a crash his wife was involved in. Police say Maddox emailed the USAA employee several times and allegedly became more threatening. Eventually, he found the employee on social media and allegedly slashed 4 of her tires from 2 different vehicles. His bond is set at $15,000.
New on the Nightbeat, a night to grieve and call for change. Families of Mercedes Lozoya and James Cherez, along with their supporters, gathering at a West Side park this evening. Both children dying at the hands of alleged child abusers. Tonight, those families tell the Night Team's Lee Waldman more needs to be done when child abuse is reported.
James, Mercedes, Danilo, Dominic, and King are just a few of the many names of children who have died in Bexar County from child abuse, but it's time to come together as a community and start holding people and organizations accountable.
An unmistakable message. More needs to be done to save children. Tonight at Westwood Village Park, advocates against child abuse and families of alleged child abuse victims making their voices heard.
We feel like we're trying, whether we call the police department or we call CPS, and it feels like we're not being heard.
Almost a year after his body was found, Marisol Benavides is advocating for her great-nephew, James Chavez. In April 2021, James's body was found in a bag at his mother's, Delaney Chavez's trailer on the west side. Delaney is currently in jail facing a tampering with evidence charge. Benavides says she called SAPD and Child Protective Services multiple times about James's welfare.
Something has to be changed because obviously these phone calls aren't working out.
Emily Losoya sharing a similar experience. She's Mercedes Losoya's great aunt. The 5-year-old died after alleged abuse on February 7th. Her mother, Katrina Mendoza, and mom's boyfriend, Jose Ruiz, are both in jail facing 1 count of injury to a child, serious bodily injury.
I feel like they could have saved Mercedes' life just like they could have saved other kids' lives.
Both great aunts meeting for the first time tonight, bonding over love for children taken too soon.
I love her for loving him the way I love Mercedes, you know.
Emily says tonight, don't just say something. If you see something, you need to do something. If you see or suspect child abuse of any kind, you can reach the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. That number for you, 1-800-252-5400. Reporting live, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
San Antonio police say he is a man of his word after threatening his in-laws that he would drive his pickup truck through their home. He allegedly did just that. And tonight he sits in a jail cell. That crash happening just before 4 o'clock this morning at a home on North Navidad Street near West Commerce and South Zarzamora Streets. Witnesses say after the crash, the man ran off. However, police were able to track him down and arrest him just a few blocks away. Police say the home had to be braced to keep it from collapsing.
It's an old park with a new look. The San Pedro Springs Park renovation ribbon cutting happened today. It's a $1.8 million project that's been in the works since 2017. The park is the second oldest in the county and spans more than 46 acres. Some of the new additions to the park include a completed walking trail, over 100 new trees, additional plants, and irrigation systems. Organizers say it's ready just in time for spring and summer when families can enjoy some outdoor fun.
We've just recently completed our 2017 bond improvements here at the park. So we're super excited for people to come out and enjoy and discover this new improvements to the park.
San Antonio Parks and Recreation staff say this is the first of several beautification efforts across the city.
Well, I hope you had a wonderful start to your weekend. It was an absolutely gorgeous day here. You can see in the background there those lines in the sky. Those are some high clouds, and we've had some of those around today. Cloud cover will start to increase tomorrow, so unfortunately Sunday won't be as sunny as what we saw today, but it won't be a bad day. We'll talk about your Sunday forecast shortly. Today's almanac, 34 at the airport, so a cold start, but we did make it up to 66 this afternoon, and we had a couple of spots touch 70. That includes Stinson there in southern Bexar County. Otherwise, 60s across the board around San Antonio. Here's a quick look at your Sunday, just kind of at a glance here. More clouds, that's one thing that will be on the up and up. Humidity will also start to increase tomorrow because of south winds, a little breezy, 10 to 15 miles per hour. About this time tomorrow, we're really going to start to feel the humidity. That leads us into a muggy, damp start on Monday morning. We'll talk about that and our continued temperature roller coaster for next week coming up in just a bit.
Getting the FDA approval for the Pfizer vaccine for children under 5 faces more setbacks. What's halting that decision? Plus, you can imagine rowing across the Atlantic Ocean's a hard thing to do, but that's what some veterans did. What inspired the 3,000-mile trip?
And Vice President Kamala Harris met with the president of Ukraine as Russian troops increased to 150,000 on the border. We break down the latest tension on the border when we return.
Some late breaking news now. San Antonio police are asking for the public's help locating this 7-month-old baby girl who they say was taken from a vehicle.
Yeah, this all happening just after 8 o'clock this evening on Southeast Military. That vehicle described is a 2005 gold Chevy Malibu Max with paper plates. There is a black strip that says Chevy on the lower portion of the vehicle doors.
One headlight may be brighter than the other. The child was last seen in a rear-facing child seat in the back seat of the vehicle. She has short hair and was last seen wearing a pink Minnie Mouse onesie.
Of course, if you have any information or know the whereabouts of this missing person, please contact San Antonio Police Department's Missing Persons Unit. Their number 210-207-7660. Heading now overseas to the rising tensions between Russia and Ukraine. The United States continues to warn Vladimir Putin's troops could invade any day.
U.S. officials say up to 50% of the more than 150,000 Russian troops surrounding Ukraine are in position to attack. ABC's Mona Kosarabdi from New York with what we've learned about President Biden's plan.
As the world awaits Vladimir Putin's next move on Ukraine, the White House says the president will convene a meeting of the National Security Council on Sunday. In attendance, Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin returning from Europe. Also expected, Vice President Kamala Harris, en route from Germany, where she met with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, the U.S. national security team and NATO allies to discuss a diplomatic solution. There, she issued this warning.
We are prepared to move forward with consequences. We have prepared together economic measures that will be swift, severe, and united. We will impose far-reaching financial sanctions and export controls.
Ukrainian President Zelensky calling for sanctions and asking for a direct meeting with Putin. With Presidents Putin and Alexander Lukashenko watching from Moscow, Russia conducting drills with its neighbor Belarus, test firing a nuclear-capable ballistic missile, also firing hypersonic weapons in the air and sea. ABC's James Longman on the ground in Belarus, north of the Ukrainian border, where more exercises took place.
This is the massive display of military might that Moscow is keen for the world to see. All this is happening very close to Ukraine. So far, this has been a crisis about demonstrating threatening strength. The question is whether Vladimir Putin uses it.
The Kremlin's troops were expected to head home afterwards, but a Belarus defense official tells ABC News they might not, amid fears they could be used to invade Ukraine. According to U.S. officials, more than 150,000 Russian troops are estimated to be near Ukraine's borders. Satellite images show Russian military activity building up in Belarus, Crimea, and Western Russia. Ukraine's military also blaming Russian-backed separatists for an artillery attack that killed 2 soldiers. Mona Kosarabdi, ABC News, New York.
Year after year, tragedy turned into love, education, and celebration. Today was the Aaron Rios Castro 5K fundraiser. I was honored to MC the event at Woodlawn Lake Park, where the community came out to raise awareness about teen dating violence. Aaron Rios Castro was murdered by her boyfriend on her 19th birthday 4 years ago. Since then, her family started a foundation in her name, teaching teens about healthy relationships and giving scholarships to students who have been affected by domestic violence.
Nice weather for that event. And anything else you were doing outside today after it warmed up a little bit? Started off a little chilly out there.
Yeah, nice and crisp, though, especially in that sun.
Yes, the sun really helped to make things very comfortable, especially by this afternoon as temperatures jumped into the 60s. Tomorrow, things do start to change. For the most part, it's going to be a subtle change, and tomorrow won't be a bad day. It'll just be a little different from today. Biggest thing you'll notice, I think, even first thing in the morning, some additional cloud cover. That'll keep our morning low temperatures from getting quite as low as they were this morning. So we started off just a couple degrees above freezing. Today we'll land closer to 40 early tomorrow morning, and then increasing clouds throughout the day, also increasing humidity. Now I think tomorrow afternoon, if you're really paying attention, you may notice a little more humidity in the air. It'll be about this time tomorrow night that it'll really start to feel humid, and that will aid in some fog and drizzle developing late tomorrow night into the Monday morning commute. So some changes are on the way, but they'll be slow and gradual for now. Next week is a different story. 53 at the airport now, mostly clear. Humidity is still on the lower side here. Our dew points are still low. Winds out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so our wind direction has become southerly, and as a firm south wind settles in tomorrow, that will crank in the humidity for us during the day on Sunday. Already 38 in Fredericksburg, it's 54 in Cotulla, and 53 in Pleasanton, and skies are mostly clear across the area. We've had some high thin clouds around today. That's all we've got at the present time, but overnight, after midnight through early tomorrow, we'll start to pick up a few more clouds. So even by first thing tomorrow morning, it'll look more partly cloudy than clear like what we saw today. And because of the additional cloud cover, temperatures won't drop as much overnight. So we're looking at a low around 40 here in San Antonio and up I-35 to Comal County and New Braunfels. Some upper 30s across the hill country, 46 Carrizo Springs, also a low near 46 in Cotulla. And then during the day tomorrow, clouds will gradually continue to filter in. And by tomorrow afternoon, it will look mostly cloudy, but temperatures should still be allowed to climb into the upper 60s and low 70s, even some mid to upper 70s down to the southwest. If we can squeeze in a couple breaks in the clouds down to the southwest, we could be looking at highs a little closer to 80 in places like Cotulla. Elsewhere here in San Antonio, up into the hill country, I am expecting high temperatures tomorrow in the upper 60s with mostly cloudy skies and breezy conditions. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, not overly windy, but there will be more of a breeze tomorrow. So into tomorrow afternoon, look at our dew points. So we're still going to be in the 50s and the 40s. That's still feeling dry and pleasant. So again, through the afternoon, you're not going to step outside tomorrow afternoon and be drenched in humidity. But as we get into tomorrow night and Monday morning, our dew points jump from that dry, pleasant range into muggy territory. And you'll notice the humidity a lot more by Monday morning. So for the Monday morning commute, we are looking at fog and drizzle possible, couple of spotty showers because of that increase in humidity. Monday afternoon, though, we clear out a bit, sun comes out, and I'm expecting temperatures to jump into the 80s Monday and Tuesday. But look at this drastic change middle part of next week with our next cold front. These are your afternoon high temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, upper 40s and low 50s. So we do have our next strong cold front coming in early Wednesday next week. So a cold air mass will move in, but we're not going to be able to warm up very much. We're going to keep a lot of clouds around and even some low end rain chances all the way through the end of next week because our weather pattern will remain just a bit unsettled. Some upper level disturbances filtering in along the southwest flow aloft. We'll keep clouds around and even some isolated rain through the end of next week. So because we're stuck under these clouds, our temperatures just don't get a chance to warm up very much. So it is looking quite cold, gray, and overall just gloomy for the second half of next week. So temperature swings, they continue to roll on in here, but that's pretty typical for this time of year. So enjoy tomorrow. Still pretty comfortable, just a few extra clouds around, guys.
The February roller coaster.
Yeah, a little bit of everything coming our way next week. Thanks, Katie. All right, Larry, DeJounte Murray having a good time in the land this weekend.
You know what? It is fun to see an NBA All-Star at their very first NBA All-Star game as a participant in the contest because they're just so happy about being there, and that's exactly what DeJounte's doing. He's happy and having a great time up in your former area there, Tim Gerber. Plus, in girls high school basketball, the Clark Cougars just rolled into the third round. Man, they're going to be a tough out coming up.
How are you? First taste of All-Star Weekend as an All-Star. How's it going so far?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I believe in God. I work hard. I believe in being a great person, and, you'll get anything you wish for in this life. So, I'm just enjoying the moment.
DeJounte Murray is like a kid in a candy store. He's all smiles and having a blast on NBA All-Star Saturday in Big Board Sports. NBA All-Star Weekend in Cleveland, Ohio is in full swing, and Spurs point guard DeJounte Murray is right there in the middle of it, soaking up his first NBA All-Star selection. This morning, the NBA All-Stars held practice, which is more of a glorified walkthrough, aimed to please the fans. Murray is on Team Durant, meaning he's getting to hang out with guys like Ja Morant, Trae Young, and Devin Booker. Murray's doing a great job representing the Spurs, and he absolutely loves All-Star Weekend.
Well, as a player, this is my first day, so I'm enjoying it right now. But just as a fan, just watching it every day. Every year it comes on, and just watching everything from the rising stars to the skills to the contest, three-point shootout, all the way to the game. I've never missed it in the last, 15 years. Just being a fan of basketball and a fan of the great players that our league has, and favorite players and all them type of things. So, for as a fan, I've been enjoying it for a long time. I'll continue to enjoy it, but as a player, it's unbelievable. It's surreal. And, I'm thankful and grateful, and I'm just here to have fun.
Now in his sixth season, DeJounte is having a breakout campaign, averaging career highs in points, assists, and rebounds per game. He was asked during media avail this morning how to Coach Pop break him the good news.
Coach Pop called me. We had like a two-hour practice. Went home and I was chilling with my daughter and the family and stuff. And Coach Pop called me and was talking about practice for a minute, and then he just said, you're going to Cleveland for the All-Star game. And I just broke down, enjoyed the moment with my family. Everybody was crying, tears of joy. Like I said, man, it's a blessing. I'm thankful and grateful.
It's a good story.
Murray and Team Durant will face Team LeBron tomorrow night at 7. In girls high school basketball, the Steel Lady Knights were jumping for joy last night after beating Round Rock Cedar Ridge 49-43 in the second round of the Class 6A playoffs. Steel opened a 23-12 halftime lead and held a 10-point advantage as late as the 2:15 mark of the third quarter. Cedar Ridge got within one with 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter, but the Lady Knights were able to close out the game and advance.
Basketball's a game of runs, so we knew they would come out, and Coach Lewis with Cedar Ridge does a great job with his team, so we knew they'd come out and fight, but we knew that our motto for the playoffs is don't break, so we can bend a little bit, but as long as we don't break, we'll be happy with the outcome.
We knew as long as we stayed disciplined that we would get the right outcome, the outcome we've been preparing for all week.
This is a big win for us in our program. We've had a lot of people come through Steel, but I feel like this group is great, and we're going to take it all the way.
Steel will next face Arson High School in the third round or the regional quarterfinals Tuesday, 7 p.m. at Dripping Springs High School. The second game of Buda Johnson last night saw the Clark Cougars face Cedar Park Vista Ridge in the second round of the Class 6A playoffs. Clark led 19-9 after one, and then they pulled away from there to win it 70-38. They'll next play 28-6A district foe the Johnson Jaguars in the Class 6A third round Tuesday, 6 p.m. at Northside Sports Gym. Clark beat Johnson twice during the regular season. And the Class 6A state swimming and diving championships went down in Austin. We've got it for you later in sports.
We'll dive into that in just a little bit. Thanks, Larry.
Look at you. Well, it'll be a few more weeks before the Pfizer vaccine gets FDA approval for children under 5. Right now, it's approved for those 5 and up.
And now more schools across the country are taking steps to eliminate masks. ABC's Elwin Lopez breaks down other COVID restrictions that are now loosening up.
Let them breathe. A growing push to roll back COVID restrictions. All but one state, Hawaii, announcing plans to lift indoor mask mandates in most public places. And schools are dropping those mask mandates in at least 4 states.
It's going to be odder and odder when we see packed sports stadiums with nobody wearing a mask and basketball games, and then yet kids still masked in schools. I think if we're going to lift mask mandates in basketball arenas, we can probably lift mask mandates in schools.
Others set to ditch them in the coming weeks.
We're at a pretty powerful moment here where we take another step to normalcy.
What's another month really going to do? What's another 2 weeks going to do?
This despite CDC's recommendations for universal masking while COVID-19 transmission remains high, with some of those most vulnerable raising concerns. This as the FDA waits for more data before rolling out Pfizer's vaccine to children under 5, the agency needing to better understand how well the third shot works for the youngest age group in the face of Omicron. And on Friday, COVID hitting the U.S. Surgeon General and his family. Vivek Murthy tweeting, "When you've been as safe as you can, getting COVID-19 can be frustrating and disappointing." With cases declining nationwide, Utah and California now taking the lead to move from a pandemic to an endemic phase.
Let me be clear that this is not the end of COVID, but it is the end, or rather the beginning, of treating COVID as we do other seasonal respiratory viruses.
Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Atlanta.
Let's head north of the border now. Protesters launching gas canisters at Ottawa police is what led to several arrests today in Canada. Canadian police releasing a statement saying protesters have been launching gas canisters at them, and they arrested at least one person for doing that. Officials say they also arrested protesters wearing body armor who had smoke bombs and fireworks on them. At least 170 people have been arrested and more than 35 vehicles towed.
This occupation is over. We have advised them that if they peacefully leave, they may go home. That still exists. We also indicated that we would escalate and forcefully remove people from the streets if they did not comply. Some of that is what you're seeing.
This is now the fourth straight weekend of protests in Canada over COVID-19 restrictions and vaccine mandates.
Leah Thomas is shattering women's college swimming records and reigniting a debate over rules for transgender athletes.
Leah Thomas will capture the win in the 200-yard freestyle with a time of 1:43.12 seconds.
The University of Pennsylvania trans female swimmer winning last night in the Ivy League Women's Championships. Her win coming just one day after she set a pool record at Harvard in the 500-yard freestyle race. Thomas, who was assigned male at birth, competed on the men's team for 3 seasons before undergoing more than 2 years of hormone therapy. Critics argue athletes like Thomas have an unfair advantage, but other trans athletes disagree.
Trans athletes have always existed, we will continue to exist, and we deserve to play the game just as much as everyone else.
Leah Thomas has been through puberty, so that's 10 years of having testosterone making broader shoulders and bigger lungs and strength.
Struggling to define its rules for trans athletes, the NCAA reversed course on a policy this season requiring competitors to undergo a year of testosterone or estrogen suppression to be able to compete.
To the Beijing Winter Olympics, and as the games begin to wind down, history on the bobsled track. Ilana Myers-Taylor and teammate Sylvia Hoffman earning a bronze medal in the two-woman bobsled. Myers-Taylor also won silver in the inaugural monobob. She's now a 5-time Olympic medalist, the most decorated black athlete at the Winter Games. She will also be the flag bearer for the Team USA at the closing ceremonies. Here's an interesting statistic. According to ESPN, the U.S. women will head home from the Beijing Olympics with more medals than the U.S. men.
They rowed across the Atlantic Ocean for a good cause. See how much money was raised for veterans across the U.S. and why.
After 51 days, 4 veterans are back on dry land after a marathon journey.
The group traveled 3,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean while rowing on a boat.
Here's ABC's Phil Lipoff to tell us what inspired their trip.
Greg Wells, an Army combat engineer who survived tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan. He survived 8 IED attacks and came home diagnosed with PTSD and a traumatic brain injury. Still struggling when his wife found a post on Facebook about Canines for Warriors.
My wife saved my life by introducing me to Canines for Warriors, and it's given me a purpose again.
Not long after, Greg found himself paired with Utah, a rescue. The connection was immediate. They needed each other.
I'm 6'2", 270 pounds, and I cried like a baby. And he let me feel everything that I hadn't felt in years, just by looking in his eyes.
Every day, approximately 22 American veterans die of suicide. Greg's brother and many of his friends among them.
It affects mothers, dads, grandfathers, grandmothers, aunts, uncles. It's just, the number is just really that much greater.
The team started out in the Canary Islands in December, finished in Antigua early last month. Billy, Cameron, Hupp, and Paul rowed 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
When we were rowing out in the ocean, that we never stopped understanding our why, and we never stopped understanding why it was so important to row.
That was ABC's Phil Lipoff reporting. So was that trip a success? Well, the group was able to raise $900,000 so far. And one of the men even became the manager of the Canine for Warriors national headquarters in Florida. Welcome back home, guys.
Outside with live cam, even though it was cold this morning, and this is well, the logo there is kind of covering up the mood now, but it's been a beautiful night. Even though it was cold this morning, this afternoon our high temperatures were actually pretty much spot on average for this time of year. Our high was 66 in San Antonio. Our average high this time of year is 68. So very, very seasonable. We'll be right about there again tomorrow. A few degrees warmer, but more clouds and more humidity to wrap up the weekend. We'll talk about that and our next strong cold front coming up.
Well, I know we're on a roller coaster, but today's stop was beautiful.
It was.
Started out real chilly, and then just the sun came out, and it was so nice to be outside today.
Oh, it was beautiful. And tomorrow won't be a bad day. We'll just have more clouds around. The real big increase in humidity where it's going to feel very muggy. I don't think you'll really be hit with that until Monday morning when we have some fog and drizzle around. So some subtle changes tomorrow. A gray start to the day on Monday, and then a couple very warm afternoons Monday and Tuesday before the roller coaster takes the downhill slide and we turn cold again middle and back half of next week. Really across the country, the weather is pretty quiet tonight. There's some snow. Northern tier of the plains up into Canada there. Otherwise pretty quiet. Temperatures across the state, 47 in Tyler, 46 in Midland, 50 over in Houston, so not too shabby. Quite cold elsewhere across the country. Some teens up near the Great Lakes, 24 in New York, 44 in Bismarck there, and over on the West Coast, 50s in California, 40s up in the Pacific Northwest. So I want to show you the temperature trend heading into next week. Tomorrow, fairly seasonable. Monday, we're going to start to be unseasonably warm with high temperatures jumping into the 80s. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, especially by Tuesday afternoon as that cold front is approaching, if we have some spots, especially south and west of San Antonio, along the Rio Grande, Eagle Pass, down toward Cotulla, Laredo. I'm looking at you guys. Wouldn't be surprised to see some afternoon highs jump into the 90s by Tuesday. Then the cold front gets here. This is expected to move in early on Wednesday, and our temperatures will take a big tumble. Once again, we are looking at afternoon highs Wednesday, potentially stuck in the 40s, and then 2 more cold days to finish up the week, Thursday and Friday, with highs just near 50. So some more drastic temperature swings are in the cards next week. What about rain? That's the next question. We really need some good widespread soaking rain. That does not appear to be in the cards, even though we are looking to have an unsettled weather pattern middle and back half of next week. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like we're going to be able to tap into the really good rain-making energy across our part of the state. It'll be a different story across North Texas. They'll get some better rainfall there. Series of upper-level disturbances moving in from the southwest Wednesday through the start of next weekend will bring us some low-end rain chances here and a lot of cloud cover that will help to keep us cold. But unfortunately, rain chances spread out over a few days is really not going to add up to much at all. Here's rainfall potential over the next week. You can see the Metroplex there, north and east Texas, and then off into Arkansas, Tennessee. They're looking at much higher rainfall totals over the next week. And when you zoom in closer to home, just not a good picture as far as rainfall goes. A lot of us are looking at maybe less than 1/10 of an inch of rain up into parts of the northern hill country there, closer to the Concho Valley, potentially closer to 1/4 inch of rain. But I show you this just to show you that you're going to see low rain chances spread out over a few days. Anything we get is likely going to be light, and it's not going to help us out very much at all. It'll just contribute to really cold, kind of damp conditions middle back half of next week. Right now, 48 at Kelly, 54 at Stinson, 53 at the airport. It's 50 in Carrizo Springs and 48 in Rock Springs. Our dew points are still low all across the area, 20s and teens. They start to climb during the day tomorrow, but they'll be up in muggy territory by Monday. That's what brings in the patchy fog and drizzle about this time tomorrow night. It will start to develop as our dew points really start to climb. During the day tomorrow, if you're really paying attention, you may notice it feels a touch more humid out there, but it really won't be an uncomfortable day tomorrow. High temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s with increasing clouds. Monday, a more humid day, and then a very warm afternoon. Very warm Tuesday afternoon as well, and then the front gets here early on Wednesday. Some cold, gray, and somewhat rainy days to finish the week, but as I showed you, unfortunately, rain chances won't add up to much, guys.
That's all right. It's going to be hot soon. Let's take it while we can get it.
True.
All right, Larry. Time to jump into the deep end of the pool.
Yes, we are talking 6A swimming and diving championship finals tonight going on up in Austin. We've got a full recap, including one young lady who's coming back with 4 medals today. And Davies Entertainment is bringing a unique boxing event to town coming up. High school swimming and diving wrapped up this evening with the Class 6A state championships. KSAT 12's Andrew Seeley made the trip to Austin, and he has more.
We kick things off with another great showing by Johnson Jr. Jada Scott in the 100-yard freestyle. Scott was the top seed coming in, and she takes control right from the get-go, pulling away to win in 49.61 seconds. She was the only one in the field to break 50. Earlier in the meet, Scott also took second in the 200-yard individual medley, posting a time of 2 minutes, 0.09 seconds. She also teamed up with Michelle Parsons, Elsa Musselman, and Michaela Moore to take home bronze in both the 200-yard medley and freestyle relays. Quite the haul for Scott in her third season.
After my 2 a.m., I was actually very excited for the rest of my events. I was actually very nervous for my 2 a.m., but after that race, I guess all the weight on my shoulders was like gone, so I was like really hyped after that.
First individual event, 200-yard freestyle, was a good showing for the Churchill Chargers as usual. Sophomore Carly Cronk took it out in 53.4 and battled her way to the podium, touching third overall in 1 minute 48.85 seconds. Her first ever state medal.
It felt really good. I've been training really hard, so to make it on the podium, it was really nice. Honestly, my strategy was just have fun at this meet, and I really surprised myself, but I'm really proud of myself.
Last but certainly not least, we had a great diving competition on the boys' side. The battle for the top spot went right down to the wire. Clark senior Lane Stallworth put 524.1 points on the board. He finished just 1.4 points shy of claiming the state title, but he's still taking home silver.
I felt amazing. Meet of my life right there. I've really just been training for this moment for a long time, and I knew if I put everything together, it was going to come out well, and that's exactly what I did.
Congratulations to all of our area athletes who competed in this year's state meet at both the 5A and 6A levels. We'll have a recap of both meets available later tonight on the BGC page at KSAT.com. From Austin, Andrew Seeley, KSAT 12 Sports.
Thank you, Andrew. Boxing is getting a makeover thanks to Davies Entertainment. They're hosting another Brawl off Broadway next Saturday at Davies Event Center, which is next to the airport. Fight night is filled with DJs, VIP suites, and an atmosphere they'd like to describe as an underground fight club. The boxers themselves like the change and the hype the social media posts bring, and they're looking forward to fight night.
Just the atmosphere, it's crazy. It's like basically fighting in Las Vegas or something. It feels like it's just like a lot of cameras, lights, and just people here who love to see boxing.
Oh, they're gonna see. I mean, it's called Brawl off of Broadway for a reason. It's gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be a war. Just expect action.
It's our own event center. It's a modern day fight club following the rules of the TDLR. It's a smaller ring, it's an 18 by 18 ring, but we're providing opportunities for kids all over Texas. We're trying to keep it as local as we can so it can help grow their footprint and then get the nationwide fights.
They've expanded seating to more than 1,000 seats, but it's nearly sold out. We'll have more on the Brawl off Broadway this week, leading into Friday's weigh-in. At the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, and here's the best ride of the night. JR Stratford on top of Po' Boy, who was raring to go right out of the chute. JR stays on for the full 8 seconds, earns a score of 86, and he gets some help avoiding the horns afterwards. Oh, thank goodness for those guys.
Wow. He stayed on, and so does his hat.
Yep.
I never know how those hats stay on.
I think they staple them.
Maybe glue is better. We'll be right back.
Finally tonight, something good.
Hundreds of Fort Worth students touring a Dallas university just got the surprise of a lifetime. While on that tour, more than 400 students from different Fort Worth high schools were given acceptance letters to Paul Quinn College, a private historically black college and university in Dallas. All the students involved have a 3.0 GPA.
But wait, there's more. Each student also given acceptance letters for 2 family members who may also want to attend. Congratulations.
That is so cool.
That's awesome. As far as our weather goes, something for everyone here. Keep your KSAT weather app handy, and we will keep you updated, guys.
All right, that's all of our time. Thanks so much for watching.
Be sure to catch GMSA tomorrow morning starting at 6. Have a great night.